to today's video. Now I'm going to do a mental health update, as I've not done one of these for 2 months. I think it's been a while, but yeah, as you know or may know if you follow me on Instagram and everything, that my mum went into hospital and she broke her hip, meaning she had to have a hip operation. She also broke the top of her thigh bone. So yeah, but she's been home for the end of mid-April, I think she's been home for about 2 months now, and it started a bit rocky, to be honest, because she had to have some temporary carers in, if you call them that, for a couple of weeks, and that was the longest couple of weeks of our lives, I tell you. Mum was fed up with it, I was fed up with it. I was getting phone calls for stupid things like how to give her medication. Oh, come on. So all that went on, the crappy carers, and I've made me complaints and everything, and so they've gone, which is good. It meant that I had to go up there quite a lot, so luckily I had lifts because I can't. You see, coming from here to go up to Mum's is all uphill, so it really hurts my back a lot. I just can't do that one. On the way back, it's not so bad because it's all downhill, and that's a bit easier. But yeah, so I had some lifts, so that was good, and that was really generous of the boys. So yeah, I went up there and cooked for her a lot of times, otherwise I feared she'd be poisoned, because when you have to talk a carer into how to cook sausage and chips, and it's fish and chips, sausage and chips over the phone, that's ridiculous. I thought everyone knew that one. Anyway, so that's all done. She's got a regular carers back, they're lovely. I met one of them, really lovely she is. So I'm looking over at products because I'm going to do another video in a moment. Anyway, so yeah, that went on, but yeah, she's doing fine. She had a catheter for a little bit because she still had to have one of them because her bladder stopped emptying properly, and we reckon it's due to the operation she had. And then one of the days actually a couple of times she nudged the catheter out, so somebody had to come in and sort that out for her. And on the second occasion when it was sorted, she could use the commode for the number 2, which I would say, and the catheter come out, so it can't have been put in very well. And then she said, I just managed to wait. So she thought, I wonder if I need this. But she had to phone them anyway to see what was going on. In the meantime, she'd had a letter from the hospital saying to go up for a follow through. Mum thrown it away because she said, I can't get up there. We can't take her because the car is quite high to get into, and she just wouldn't make it. She can't make it out the front doorstep, let alone that. So I said, well, you could get transport to and from the hospital. How are they going to do that? They know what they're doing. They've got all the equipment. They can do that. She said, well, I've thrown it away now. I went, oh, yeah. So I thought, I've got to follow this up. But fortunately, because the person that came out to sort the catheter out for the 3rd time, and then discovered that if she's weeing, it must be okay, she goes, oh, we can bring the scanner home to you, which no one told us. So the next day she brought the scanner out and scanned my mum's stomach and seen all the bladder and everything, and yes, she was fine. So no more catheters, so that was brilliant. So yeah, all good. My mental health has been going a bit iffy. I don't know what went on for the last 2 weeks. I've just suddenly started to be more happier again, because the last couple of weeks or so, I don't think I've been really, really low, although some might say in this house, yeah, she was, but I've just been a bit meh, more so, and a bit down in the dumps. I think the 40s was a fault. All that depressing stuff, watching all that, I think it just affected me a bit, to be fair. I was glad to get to the 50s, and then realised how the 50s was a bit boring. Anyway, and lifestyle wise it was a bit dull, but it was better than war. So yeah, I did go a bit low and everything, just rocketed. So, but I brought myself back out of that. I just managed to kick myself up the butt and just say, come on, we can't keep going there. So I managed it, I got out of it. For certain situations, I've got my own coping mechanism now, so that's great. I honestly believe that you on here watching this and all my friends, you know, you are all my friends, have actually helped me. This is helping, talking to a camera, this is helping me. It's the best therapy, I think, because I've not heard anything from that, so I'm not hopeful. I might just have to give them actually I'd say give them a poke and see what's going on. Give them a poke. Hey. To be fair though, I'm feeling like I don't really need it, because this is helping me so much. I'm thinking maybe not. I know you'd say maybe you should and all of that, but they're only going to give me 6 weeks anyway, and to be honest, with my head, what we're going on, that's not long enough. And I still keep looking over to the right of it because I've got products here. So yeah, but still been playing House Flipper. I got the Pets DLC when that came out, beginning of June, I think. No, it wasn't. It was more mid-May, I think, actually. Time's just gone, you know, days are merging. So, yeah, I got that because I had to get that. So, I have got, let's see, 2 dogs, I think. No, have I? 2 dogs, yeah. 3 cats, 2 iguanas, a rabbit, 2 guinea pigs, what else? A terrapin, a cockatoo, and let's see, what's a snake. I am not having the spiders, not a chance. Sure there's some else. Oh yeah, 2 hamsters. Yeah, all virtual ones, but they're all there and they're all moving about and they all eat and everything. You know, you have to feed them and all that stuff. Lord, I'm sorry, I keep looking to the right of it because I know there's products there that's doing me head in, but there you go. But yeah, I've got all of that. I'm nuts. But I do enjoy that game and it relaxes me so much. And if you can hear road sounds or anything, it's because I've got the window open. It is so hot today, I just can't close it, you know, it's too warm. So excuse the noise from that. Yeah, so I'm playing a lot of that game. I'm currently doing a house up in the farmhouse style. Maybe I should take some pictures and put them on my Instagram, or try and film me playing it. That would be good. Show you that if you're interested. I've not gone back to my car mechanic simulator for a while, or the training one. I've just been on House Flipper again. I have played another new game. I can't remember what it was called. It was a very short game. Can't remember what it was called for the life of me. I'll pop it here if I remember. And that was really good. It was clues, you had to find stuff and to get to the next bit and to solve the puzzle. It was basically a little Dachshund dog which you got for a daughter and was travelling back with it on the train, but unfortunately at the train station it got lost and I had to find the dog. So that was quite sweet, to be honest, but a very short game. I think I finished it in half an hour. But it was free, so I'm not bothered. And yeah, I think that's it, you know. I don't think I've got much to say today. What else? Shopping. Oh, don't go there. Food shopping. You all know how horrendous that's getting if you live in the UK. I do know it's getting bad in the US because I talk to Heather every day. price increases. I mean, I've got a block of cheese, and they're usually $1.79. Then it went up to $1.99, and now the week after, directly the week after, it went up another 20p. We usually get these Gouda slices, and that's gone up a whole 50p. And no, actually, that's gone up 70 pence. And I've just said, I'm refusing buying that. I'm refusing to pay that money. So, yeah, it's just getting really bad. The shelves are empty, and what you can get is going up. I mean, 10-20 pence may not sound much, but you work that out for your whole shop. If everything's gone up 10, 20, 30, 40 pence, it mounts up. But we will survive it. People survive the war, we will survive this. I can do cheap. If we have to live off baked beans on toast, jacket potatoes with baked beans, toast and pasta and rice, because you can do that dead cheap and make quite a bit. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. We will eat. Just be cheap. Don't care. So, but yeah, with money being low as well, I mean, you'd think they'd up that. And the gas and electric prices are horrendous. But this isn't about me ranting, because that's not what I come on here to say. But yeah, I'm just going along as usual. I'm getting out. I can do that fine now. I nipped into Asda on Tuesday because I pick up my mum's TV magazine there. And usually there is an entrance into the store from the car park, but they've shut that off, so I had to walk all the way round. But Neil and Stuart waited in the car, and I just walked round, and you know, absolutely fine now. Absolutely fine. I bought a new skirt, which now I'm regretting, because the waist seems, it's not too loose or anything, but it just seems to shift up, and that's driving me bonkers. So I've worn it once for about half an hour and then took it off again. But I will wear it. I probably just had a bit of bloatedness that day, I don't know. But yeah, everything's going fine. But I'm getting out, and that's what I wanted to do. And I'm really enjoying it, and I really enjoy getting out for a bit. Found out the shop around the corner from here has a pay zone and a pay point, so I can pay all my mum's bills there, so one place, and that's great. Saves having to go to that post office where I don't like the staff at all. Yeah, so we're doing great. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned about how my mental health went down. I think it was all that was going on with mum and everything going along. I think I just went on a low moment, or it could have just been a random low one. I didn't even know why. I just knew it was niggling somewhere. But yeah, but I'm not watching people's videos much at the moment because I'm researching all these decades. And what I've decided to do once I've finished all of them is sit down and film a what would you call it? Film a what I thought about them, and just give my opinions and which decade I like the most and all of that, because I think it'll finish the series off quite nicely. I've got some really good ideas for the 70s. I have to tell you, hopefully that will work. Got not much of an idea for the 60s, to be fair, because I've filmed the 50s look now. It's possibly up now. Yes, it will be up, and I'm coming up to the 60s now when you see this. Yeah, good ideas for the 70s. You can go quite a few ways with that. Good ideas for the 80s, because I was a child in the 80s, so I started using makeup in the 80s, started practicing with it and stuff. At one point in the 80s. I remember me and my friend Michelle, she goes, go get your mum's makeup bag. So I sneaked into the house, went upstairs to their room, sneaked the makeup bag and sneaked it back. You know, when Mum's makeup, she had some, you know, at the time it really intrigues you. And the compact was all a nice shiny gold looking, it looked really lovely, and the lipstick was the same, and you know, it intrigues you. So here we are just using this makeup. It didn't take long for Mum to realise it had gone. She thought something was a bit amiss, the way I was sneaky. And she'd come over, I think it was about half an hour or less, more than likely less. I went, hey, give my makeup bag back, you devils. So she took it back. So after that she thought, okay, I'll get you some cheap bits and bobs. You're not going out in it, but you know, for a little bit of a dabble and play with, it's not a problem. And the horrendous look started once I was doing makeup when I was about, I think I was 10, and she let us go to the band practice, which was making me smile. I'm thinking of American Pie, because Michelle then was, no she wasn't in the band, but you know, we used to go and watch and practice, and she'd let us wear makeup and it looked horrendous, it really did. It was so bad. It was pink right up to the eyebrow, a real deep pink, not this pink I've got on, and then a real deep blue, but like a royally blue, so it was quite bright. I think roughly about like that. And because when I put this on today, I just thought, oh, that's 80s colours. I thought, but I don't think it looks 80s, so it's fine. Because I've practiced something new, what Lisa's shown us on a live stream yesterday, and I have to say she's a very good teacher, because I've managed to do with eyeshadow almost did the flick, I don't think it's half bad, eyeliner, I think. So I'm quite pleased with myself for that. Supposed to have been a quick look, but it took far longer than it should. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it was an horrendous look in the 80s. It was interesting. And as Lisa pointed out yesterday, people think, because Patricia on there was on the live, she said, oh, the 60s are not all what the cracked up to be, and I agree, she's probably right there. You know, she's lived for it obviously more than likely, because they only show you the best stuff, don't they? They don't show you the bad stuff most of the time. And then people go, oh, the 80s must have been an excellent time. It weren't what it cracked up to be, I can tell you, it wasn't. Shell suits, yeah, the kind of suit that made you hot and sweaty, looked horrendous because it didn't suit anyone, and also was a fire hazard. If someone had a naked flame right near you, you would go up like a blast furnace. So they weren't the greatest things. Now I've just put my night shirt on, it's only about 2 in the afternoon, but this is nice and thin and cool, so I just put this on. I did have my dress on, but I just thought, no, I'm too hot. So anyway, so I'm being careful when putting my leg up, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, the 80s were not what they were cracked up to be. There was plenty of, let's just say, they don't show you the shit times. But I was growing up then, so it wasn't too bad, and I'm just making this mouthpiece of this fake look a bit half decent. My lipstick actually just crossed the whole thing. Yuck. I'll have to clean that, I really will. I knew it was going to take a vape if this works out for me, because this has been playing silly buggers. Yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is, from the outside looking in on the information, you think it was an amazing time. And you know, there were some really great moments, but yeah, if you've been there, you've been there. But anyway, so, but I am really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. and some of the simplistic looks I'm really took to. Especially why it's really hot. I mean, I'm not wearing foundation today. Well, I am, but I'm not, if you know what I mean. What I've done is I've put a little bit of foundation on my hand, very little bit, about a quarter of a pump of this one here, and then I've mixed it with my moisturiser here and done a tinted moisturiser. Now it's a work in progress because I did too much yesterday and too little today, so yeah, but it feels so nice and light. It's not too heavy, which I like. And then just a light dusting of powder and all the other stuff, you know. I've not contoured today, I just couldn't be bothered, so I didn't bother with that. Yeah, if anything at all, the simplistic looks of the decades I'm doing so far, I've really enjoyed. I've enjoyed that quick makeup, simple look thing. Really enjoyed it. Hairstyles, however, yeah, then they're going to get even trickier because I've got the beehive to try and I've got no chance. Not even a booth on. I mean, try and get this up there. I've got one of those long-tailed comb things, so I will give it a go. We'll see. I mean, I couldn't do the victory roll until the 50s video, which you've seen, and it wasn't a victory roll back then because that bit where they roll at the front was more what they did in the 50s anyway, where the victory roll was more sideways, so you see the roll kind of thing. But yeah, turns out I can do it if I get myself a makeup brush and use a handle to roll the hair. Who knew? I feel like I'm just waffling on, and it's too hot. I just wanted to give you sort of a little update. I will do a proper one another time and actually get to a lifestyle one rather than just me sitting here talking about mental health, you know. But yeah, I'm doing okay right now. I'm doing great, so don't worry about me. I'm fine. I get through it. I do every time, even though it's the days where I think I'm not going to get through it, I do end up getting through it. So, and I have got the words out in a minute. I have started a journal, so I've got this here and I'll just write down all my thoughts and things if I need to. Not done it for a little while, but yeah, I'll just put them in there, and this helps. It really does help. So anyway guys, I'm going to let you go because I've waffled on enough and I don't know what else to tell you about. I don't even know this is going to be uploaded because if I play it back and it sounds crap and boring, I'm just going to delete it. So we will see. And I'm telling you that because you might not see it. And that'll be pointless telling you that because if you don't see it, you don't know about it. Okay. I'm going to let you go. I will be filming another video straight after this. I will see you again next time. Please do all the good stuff. It really does help us small time YouTubers out here on YouTube. And I will see you again for another video, and I think that is going to be a decades video, and it's the 60s, so I will see you again for that. If it's not the 60s, then it means this is later and it's the 70s, but either one. So I will see you soon. Goodbye everyone.